Hello, sunrays and moonbeams. Welcome back to the package previews. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I know it's been like almost a month, I think, or probably now over a month since I released the package preview. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you kind of have an idea of like the whole thing that's been going on. But I'm here. I'm here now, and that's what matters, right? Here, present in this moment. So today's package preview is going to be passion projects. It's a really special one. You can definitely use this if you are looking to expand your career, if you're looking to make a change in careers. It's just definitely very much like career and project oriented. It is also passion projects, so I did want to kind of give it a room for just, having a creative focus. So yeah, that's about it. We're going to be doing pick a deck today instead of like pick an object or anything like that. So I am going to do 1, 2, and 3. So group number 1, you will be this beautiful deck here. This is the Modern Love Tarot. Group number 2, hey. Group number 2 will be this deck here. So this is the Urban Tarot. And group number 3, this is the back of your card. This is the Muse Tarot. So we have Modern Love, we have Urban, and we have the Muse. So if you want to go ahead and take a few seconds, feel free to pause the video, kind of see where your energy is at. One thing I've been doing lately, and you can totally do this, or if you already feel called to a group, you can go ahead and skip over to your group. But if you're having trouble picking a group, I'd like you to just take a second and, kind of get a good read on what each one looks like. I try to use different colors so that this would be easier. We have like that red and gold, we have the white with the multicolors, and then we also have the green with the flowers on it. So maybe take a second to yourself, take a couple of good meditative breaths, some deep breathing, and imagine yourself, your future self. And sorry for that background noise, my cat is kind of wilding out. So go ahead and imagine your future self. And if you can only see your face and your hand, that's fine. We don't want to get too much into, envisioning ourselves. But if you do feel called to further meditate onto what you think your future self would look like, you can absolutely do that. And then I want you to imagine your future self handing you a card. And now think about what that card looks like. Are they handing you the red and gold? Are they handing you the white? Or are they handing you the green with the flowers? And that may be able to help you pick a group a little bit better. As always, remember that these are still general readings, so if it don't apply, let it fly. Don't force any messages to fit. And if you are interested in experiencing this package in a personal reading, remember they do come with crystal candles and free gifts. So you can absolutely find me on Instagram. Everything will be linked down below. And yeah, you can book a personal reading with me. If you want to just do personal readings, I do personal readings as of right now. I also do the packages. It's a full package, but it's completely up to you how you want to go forward with it. So if you are ready, or if you're going to pause, I guess, pause here, do what you need to do, and I will meet you over in the reading section. Hello, my beautiful sunrays and moonbeams that picked group number 1 with the Modern Love Tarot. I didn't show you guys this, but it also has a bit of gold on here. This is going to be your reading. So we are going to get a good look at quite a few things in this reading. We'll start off by looking at some things that you're good at, some things that you kind of thrive on. We're also going to look at things that you're passionate about and how we can move things forward. I feel like this card already wants to come out. All right. Let's see. All right, so my group number 1's, I guess, wow, we're just getting right into it. That card literally flew across and is on the floor. So let's hold on one second. Woo. All right. So group number 1, your first card is the Empress here. Let's focus that. There we go. So we have the Empress coming up first. So listen, group number 1, oh my goodness, something that you're good at. You're definitely a very nurturing soul. You are someone who just gives off that I'm seeing like the mom friend, like when everyone's doing their crazy stuff, you're the one that everyone kind of goes to. You're the one that really You know, you're just like, how else do you explain it? You're the mom friend. You really are exuding this beautiful energy of love and care and nurturing. And then the next card that I have for you is the Fool. So I do see that there is an element here of you really being the type of person who kind of just jumps into things. You dive deep, you jump hard, you don't really think about what's happening. You kind of just know what direction you're going in. We also have two major arcana, like that just kind of like, who are you, group number one? This is an intense energy that I'm getting off of you. I'm also seeing there's like a picture here of, is that Aphrodite? Yeah, with the little clam and everything. So yeah, you're definitely someone who people find beautiful, for sure. You may be conventionally beautiful. If you don't feel that you're conventionally attractive, then I would say people find your soul very beautiful. People are just drawn to you. There's just a lot of good energy coming off of you already. Maybe you do things that are involving nature. I do see, you know, with the Empress card, it is also about that. It's about nurturing, but it's also about being out in nature. So it's likely that you probably do things that allow you to work very closely with just the element of Mother Nature. All right, so we're going to pull a couple more cards. We're going to see things that kind of pique your interest, just to kind of get a little bit of a better understanding of you and your energy. And then this will also kind of give you an idea if this is your group or not. If you don't feel that any of these messages are resonating, please feel free to pick another pile. If none of them resonate at all, I would say this is probably not a reading for you. Maybe there's something else that we can do for you. There will be more packages, so don't be discouraged, and I will actually be doing more general pick a cards in the future. So let's see, something that piques your interest. Okay, we have the Moon. All right, there's just so much major arcana. I can't even right now. Let's pull one more card. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So what I can see for you, group one, in terms of things that pique your interest, I do see that there's like a lot of things underneath the surface, almost like maybe you like solving things, or maybe you like investigating things, or just really taking a deeper look into things. The Moon can often talk about things like, you know, subconscious. It can talk about dreams. So maybe that's something that you're also interested in. I do get kind of like I don't want to say a witchy vibe, but there's definitely a spiritual element that's here. So if you do maybe work, you know, like with Mother Nature, and you work with even just, you know, providing things for people to help them feel more beautiful, then I would say, like with the Moon card, maybe you do dream work as well, or dream interpretation, or maybe even helping people achieve their dreams through bringing things like clarity. The Moon also gives me like that nighttime thing. So I think, you know, you might be more of a night owl, because we are looking at things that kind of pique your interest. So I definitely see that you're drawn more to maybe like the nighttime rather than the daytime, or maybe you work better like later in the day. I know that's me for sure. So if that's you, definitely know that I relate. We also had the Seven of Pentacles come out for things that pique your interest. So I do see that there's an element here of you really being just drawn to putting in work into things. You have no problem taking your time to sow seeds that you know are going to be fruitful. The Seven of Pentacles often talks about like perseverance. So I do see you kind of like, and maybe even growing things too. We did have a lot of nature, and then there's also sunflowers here. And I know sunflowers I think the growing process of sunflowers is really tedious. And these are some really tall sunflowers, so maybe that's also something that's piquing your interest, you know, getting into planting and growing things, or just overall that idea of, you know, putting work into something and being able to cultivate something. Definitely getting your hands into things and working them around. Maybe you are working with your hands, maybe or you're looking to work with your hands, or, you know, do something crafty and build something. There's like an element here of like very down to earth energy. I'm gonna stop for a second and look at your big deck energy. We have the Queen of Cups, so look at that. Jumping off of that Empress energy that we just we had in the beginning here, I do see that you are a very kind, very compassionate person. I see you being very nurturing to the people around you and also to yourself. Yeah, just very cool. Maybe, I don't want to say calm, but maybe just cool and collected when you need to be. I mean, for some of you, maybe calm. Maybe some of you feel that you have a hard time tapping into that calm energy. But overall, I feel that you do give off a calming energy at the very least. So now let's take a look at where your passions potentially lie. What's going on with this lighting? Maybe like here. I feel like that's a little dark. Let's go back here. Okay. Maybe it's just me seeing things. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's kind of hard doing this like by myself, and like I'm trying to remember to keep a close eye on the camera and the angles and then the focusing, and then still be present for the reading. So it is a little odd. So I do apologize for any visual discrepancies. All right, so let's go ahead, go back to the cards. Okay, so the first card that we have is the Eight of Cups. And we also have the Nine of Wands. So I do see that there's something that you're looking to move away from, where your passions lie. I mean, with the Eight of Cups, that kind of gives me the feeling that you don't really stay around in one place too often. The Eight of Cups is definitely a card of movement. It could be leaving things behind. So maybe you are even passionate about, I wouldn't say endings, but just passionate about, you know, helping people through cycles for the most part, because I'm going to still keep going based off of the energy here about how much you pour into others. With the Nine of Wands, I do see that there is a lot of passion, although the imagery on this card here, it's got, you know, like these children arguing, and it looks like a stressed out mom. So maybe something that you're passionate about is just helping people move forward from bad situations. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like helping people move on from things that are no longer serving them. I'm definitely getting that healing practitioner type of vibe from you. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing here? We also have, like, you can see there's a lot of boxes here. So maybe something that piques your interest, or something, not piques your interest, sorry, something that you're passionate about can be, again, assisting people into moving forward from toxic situations. I do see you as being very, again, very nurturing, very caring, and very much concerned about other people for the most part. Your big deck energy now is the Hermit. Okay, so there's definitely that guidance that's coming through. I feel as though you're very passionate about helping people find their inner guidance, find their inner voice, and really just getting in touch with themselves. There's an element of like self-awareness that's associated with the Hermit card, right? So let's see how we can combine the things that you are good at, or if there's something completely different here for you to be doing, because I don't really get the feeling here that you're looking to move away from this. I know I started to say that with that Eight of Cups, but it feels more like you're helping other people move away from things rather than you wanting to move away from this path. Especially because, like, out of our spread here, we do have those three major arcana that, you know, that's the base of this reading right now. So I do get a sense here that, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, it's definitely very divinely guided. I don't see you really being that type of person that feels that you should be walking away from this calling that you have. So let's see about moving forward and combining these things, or what direction things are leading. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting. I'm going to put that one up a little bit further. And your big deck energy is the Five of Cups. So group one, what I can see here, it looks like in terms of combining things, I don't see there's much movement. The Four of Cups talks about stagnancy, but I'm not seeing this in a bad way. I just see this in a more of a way of you're good where you're at and you're not looking to move away from it. There may be an element here, like if you do kind of do this work, maybe you feel that you're hitting a stagnant place, or you feel like you're hitting a wall, so to speak. and maybe there's somewhere that you're looking to expand. And with that Five of Cups coming up as your big deck energy, I do see that maybe there's just, maybe you're giving a lot and you're not really seeing the results that you want. Or maybe for some of you, maybe you're starting to just get a little overwhelmed with this. I know, as someone who looks into people's lives and kind of tries to help them move forward from these things, I mean, it also does feel like, I mean, looking at it now with all of this, I would say like you could even be a tarot reader like me, or someone spiritual within that spirit. Like you're just giving messages and doing things like that. With the Five of Cups, I see that there's something here that, like, you know, it's just, it's not really giving you the fulfillment that you're looking for, or maybe you're just taking on too much of other people's hurt and pain. So I would say that for some of you, there is a message here about kind of just clearing out your energy field and making sure that you are not really holding on to those energies that are around you. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and look at where you can, or how you can make things happen for you. So with that Four of Cups, if it is a feeling of stagnancy in that bad way, like, you know, I'm hitting a wall, I don't know where to go, let's see where you can turn things around. We have the Ten of Cups. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, will that fit right there? Let me move this down. There we go. So we have the Ten of Cups. Ooh, we take that one, we take that one. I did want to pull another one. Wow, okay, we have the Emperor. All right, so for some of you, there is definitely a message here coming out about, like, maybe love, like, and counterparts. Maybe you're supposed to be focusing your energy on family aspects. I mean, we also have the Emperor and the Empress, so that's definitely counterpart energy that's coming through here. Your big deck energy now is the Hierophant. Okay, there's so much major arcana here. Group number one, I really feel that it's really just about you taking control to finding that fulfillment. If you feel that you've hit a wall here, then, you know, take action, focus on the happiness, focus on family. Maybe that's like, if you're like, maybe if you're focusing on just, you know, single people, or you help single people, this could be a message about, you know, expanding to help out families. The Hierophant can also talk about like institutions, so that could even be like the institution of marriage. So for some of you, I'm even hearing maybe like couples counseling, you know, kind of expanding in that direction, just because we do have the Emperor, the Empress, the Emperor, and the Ten of Cups with that Hierophant energy. That's definitely like married couple type of energy, family energy. So maybe there's something along the lines here of you really just going out and like branching out into the audience of like your target audience, so to speak. Am I missing anything here? Yeah, the Emperor is definitely a very assertive character, and the Ten of Cups, it just signifies that like familial feeling, that emotional fulfillment that comes, that usually comes, depending on who you are, the emotional fulfillment that can come from having a family, or, you know, just having you know, people around you that truly care about you. With that Hierophant, I do see, again, it feels almost like you're creating something here. You're creating maybe a new institution of things. If you are combining like tarot and healing, and maybe even like therapy, and then moving forward into expanding it into family stuff, maybe you're doing energy work as well. I see you kind of like, you know, you're maybe paving a new path, but still very much in that institution represented by the Hierophant. Like, if it was, I mean, I'm not taking reversals, but like, I'm not really sensing here that it's like an untraditional, like a non-traditional thing. I really feel that this is pushing you in the direction of helping people and just kind of building into the institutions that are already created here. So we're going to look at where you can find assistance to move forward. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, listen, group number one. I'm going to move this. Actually, I think maybe I'll just scooch this way. I don't have too much room, but we're going to make it work. So we have the Ten of Wands in your big deck energy now. Again, Queen of Cups. So listen, you are caring people, but I think that there's an element here of needing to delegate responsibilities. The Ten of Wands, I mean, you can even see the imagery on the card. Look, this person is stressed out. She needs help. She, they, whoever they are, they need help. Like, they're doing way too much. The Ten of Wands is about having a lot of responsibilities, maybe even feeling burdened by some of those things. So I do see that there's maybe an element of like, you know, expanding, reaching out to, you know, someone to kind of get that extra help, maybe working with a partner. That Queen of Cups, it could even be like maybe there's someone older than you, maybe a water sign, who you're looking to maybe have bring them on board to whatever it is that you're creating here. But this is really where I'm seeing the assistance. I'm seeing that it's like, hey, Spirit's letting you know, group one, you can't do it all by yourself. You're gonna have to delegate some of these responsibilities. There's also a laptop here, there's some journals, and then there's also a calendar in the back. So in terms of finding assistance, I think maybe getting yourself on a solid schedule and making sure that you're taking notes. You know, if you have those random ideas, pop open your phone and open up your notes, jot them down. If you're more of like, I need to see it and have it tangible, you know, carry a little notebook with you or like pen and paper. So whenever you get those little inspirations, those little downloads, those little realizations, you have a way to kind of just keep everything on track. With that, going back to that laptop though, I do see you maybe creating something here online. Especially with COVID, it seems like, you know, virtual is like the way to go now. So maybe you're going to be starting some courses virtually. Yeah. Something where people will be connected through, you know, using their technology. So computers, I mean, computers specifically, but it could even be, you know, like your cell phone. We're going to look at now your advice. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles. There's that delegating, there's that teamwork and collaboration. We also have the the Page of Swords. So yeah, definitely the Page of Swords for me can be about like online communication. So I see you reaching out. Okay, that was like, they all just flew. That was jumpers, for real, for real. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go by one. So that Three of Pentacles, there goes that teamwork element. You need to be reaching out to either another person or multiple people. You need to have a team here to be able to create and establish whatever it is that you're looking to establish here. We also had, so that Page of Swords that popped out right after that. In terms of looking for help, I do see you kind of, you know, maybe reaching out to, this is supposed to look like an arrow. Shout out to the person that helped me create this spread. Because let me tell y'all, the way I had it set up before, it was not looking like an arrow. But now it does. So back to that Page of Swords. I do see there's like an element again of online communication, maybe somebody younger, or maybe you're looking to help a younger crowd. So definitely keeping things fresh. I would say also for some of you, maybe choose your words wisely, or really think about what you're going to say before you speak it. The Page of Swords can be someone that, you know, is a little like, they got choice words for people and they're not afraid to cut someone down with their double-edged sword tongue. So that's only for some of you. Again, remember, if it don't apply, let it fly. Take only what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. So yeah, definitely there's that online energy again. Overall, that's how I'm seeing that one. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Listen, my love, this is probably one of the best cards that you can actually get in terms of this reading. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that I'm supposed to be telling you the time is now. Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, start it. Just get started. It's research whatever you need to do. Don't overthink this. Don't get in your head about it. You should be starting now. Like, this is the perfect time. This is blessings for you. Like, whatever it is that you're creating here is going to be a really good thing going forward. We also had the World coming up as your big deck energy for the final portion of our tarot section of this reading. So the World tells me that there is so much fulfillment here. Maybe you even will be changing the world with what you're doing. For some of you, I do feel that this is going to have a global impact. For others of you, I do feel that this is just about having that, you know, that feeling of being fulfilled by, you know, the people that you're reaching and the people that you're helping. I am going to come back again to that Empress energy. I mean, that was your first card, bam, right off the bat. You're loving, you're nurturing, you are truly, truly a beautiful soul here. So don't hide that. Don't let anyone try to dim your shine. All right, so we are almost done. I'm going to get a couple of, let's do this way. We're going to look at the Moonology cards to see if we can get an idea of like timing. Although the Wheel of Fortune kind of tells me that, hey, it's time. You should be starting now. But let's see if we can get a little more information on some time frames for you, or significant time frames in the least. So we have, look, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. I love that. Okay, let's get one more. We have full moon in Libra. So it says a win-win outcome is forecast. Group 1, what the heck are you waiting for? Do, go, go, go. Big deck energy is the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So we did have, I'm not too sure with timing what North Node would be. I think right now, like, it's a weird time, but we do have 2 full moons, so maybe the next full moon is going to be, you know, a turning point for you. Full moon in Gemini, full moon in Libra. I don't exactly know when those next phases are coming up, but I would say just definitely keep an eye out for that. And then we're going to get a couple of messages here. We'll see if we can get any additional messages from your guides, your ancestors, from spirit for you about what you need to move forward, or even just if you're looking for a little comfort, right? What's your honest truth? I love that. And that's the number 20. So there's that 2. I'm breaking down the number to the number 2. There's that duality again that's coming through, partnerships. And what's your honest truth? I feel like there's an element here of like maybe you're oh my goodness. Maybe you're just, you know, again, like very caught up in like thinking, and you're not really addressing what your honest truth is. So take a little bit of time if you need to before you really dive into this, and make sure that you're aligning truly with what it is that is your honest truth. We also have Nourish the Sacred Feminine. I love this card. This is actually my first time seeing it. I think that's beautiful. And this is the number 18, so definitely with the number 1, about that self, about that, you know, just being with yourself. And the number 8 for those cycles and, you know, just moving things around, moving energy around. Nourish the Sacred Feminine. You know, feminine energies are kind of about being more lax and, you know, allowing beauty and abundance to just come in. I feel like you have done a lot of work. Remember, we had that 7 of Pentacles that came up for you into areas or things that you are, that pique your interest. You know, you already are thinking in this direction of building, of growing something. So, you know, birthing things, that's also a feminine energy. So, look, group 1, the time is now. I'm going to get one more and we'll look at your big deck energy and then we'll close you out. We have integrate your knowing. Okay, integrate your knowing. And this is the number 9. So the number 9, I always feel like, you know, the 9 of Pentacles, this is, you know, this is about you. This is about finding your independence, your own autonomy, and integrate your knowing. Again, it's like, I'm saying the same things over and over again. You know. And then we also have Creator Alchemy. So listen, there's that energy work. There's that, you know, divine, there's that energy work that comes through with this. There's that divine path ahead. And, you know, with alchemy, it's about, you know, just getting your hands into, you know, mixing things. Maybe you're even doing like herb stuff and you know, really just open yourself up to being that channel. I think that is all I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I'm going to close you out like I always close you out. Know that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, sunrays and moonbeams. So those of you who picked group number 2 or the Urban Tarot, this is going to be your reading all about passion projects. So as we're starting, we're just going to get a general idea of like things that you're good at, things that you're passionate about, things that pique your interest, and then we'll take a look at like how to combine them and you know, all that good stuff. So let's just get right into it. This is a new deck and it's like really big for my hands, my goodness. We're working with it. Also, I don't know if it'll get picked up on camera, but my dad is actually downstairs playing some of his music. So good thing, if it does get picked up, it's not copywritten, and if it were copywritten, that's my daddy. So I don't see much issue there, but hopefully it won't be anything too disturbing. All right, so let's see. Group number 2. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles as your first card. This is really great. Okay, so right off the bat, I can see that you guys, group number 2, you're really good at working in teams, or maybe even delegating work into a team. But there's just an element here of like collaborating, and I feel that that's something that you're really good at. Maybe you're also good at like connecting people or connecting the dots, so to speak, in situations. We also have, okay, this is the 7 of Pentacles. This one is called Failure. So I do see that maybe for a lot of you here, there is an element of like, you know, if you are good at this teamwork, if you are good at, can you actually see that on here? It's a little bit off of the camera. But you guys are really good at turning things around for the most part. The 7 of Pentacles typically talks about like persistence or perseverance and things of that nature. This deck specifically, it does say failure. So I do want to see that as kind of turning around failures or learning from failures, which is actually a really great skill to have, because I'm sure you know this by now. I mean, I don't mean to tell you about yourself, but there are not a lot of people out there that can do that. A lot of people, they get really down and out when they don't automatically succeed at something. And I feel like you guys specifically, group number 2, you guys just have this innate ability to kind of be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, this didn't work. Yeah, this is technically a failure, but let's go back to the drawing board, and I know what not to do, and I know what works. And I think that that's a really great energy for you to be in. Big deck energy is the Ace of Wands. So there it is. That's that confirmation. You can turn failure into a new opportunity. You can turn failure into inspiration to kind of keep going and keep pressing forward. And honestly, that is just like so freaking beautiful. So now we're going to take a look at like things that interest you, and see if we can get a better idea of, you know, who you are in terms of your working life. So we have the Prince of Wands. This one is called the Journalist. I actually really like this. So what the Prince of Wands tells me for you, I do see that you guys are, again, like there's that Wands energy, that inspiration, that moving forward with a sense of inspiration. I get a sense also that you guys are very creative. Playing off of the Journalist card here, I do see maybe it's, you know, about, again, like it's something about collecting that information and making it in a way that's presentable so that you can maybe learn from mistakes, or it's just, you know, like this element of gathering information and putting it out there. So I do see that that's something that really piques your interest, is really just getting into that deep knowing, or just really understanding the root of something. You could also be interested in journalism. I know this Urban Tarot deck, it does have a lot of cards that have professions on them. So again, if you don't necessarily feel drawn to the profession that we're talking about, or that's on a specific card, you don't have to take that. Again, take whatever resonates. If it don't apply, let it fly. But if there is something that strikes a chord with you, I would say definitely hold that as a confirmation. So let's get one more here about things that kind of pique your interest and how you would present at work. We have, this is the 2 of Pentacles. So we have a lot of Pentacles energy, right? We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and now we have the Two of Pentacles. So I see that you're something that piques your interest. This one is also change. I can see that maybe there's, you know, you're maybe looking to maybe change careers. Yeah, for some of you, I do feel that there's maybe an element here of like you're wanting to change something or change your career, and you're wanting to maybe focus on something that's going to allow you to really use what you're good at in terms of that, the ability to have that research and development and learning from your mistakes here. Big deck energy now is the Knight of Cups. This is the seducer. So maybe for some of you guys, you're looking into, you know, things that are a little more seductive. There's actually some really nice looking drinks here, so maybe you're interested in like bartending, or, you know, being a mixologist of sorts. Hello. Sorry, I don't know if you can see her, but my cat just popped up on my bed. So yeah, overall, I mean, again, I'm really feeling that, like, you know, just that fresh energy. The Knight of Cups is also somebody who, they can be very shy and timid about things, but they are definitely kind and compassionate. And I see that coming through here. Yeah, so if you're in like another, like, let's say you're in another profession right now and you're thinking about changing something, I do see you wanting to maybe get into something that's also going to allow you to be really, it'll allow you to nourish that caring and compassionate side to yourself, or maybe you're in a place where you're not, I wouldn't say not allowed to be that way. I mean, maybe for some of you, if it does resonate, again, take it. But for, I think it's just you're looking for something that's gonna bring you more emotional fulfillment, to be able to be that way. Like maybe you work in something where you have to be serious all the time, and you want to add something that's a little more fun, a little more lighthearted here. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward looking at where your passions truly lie. Hold on, can we? I don't know if that's gonna pick up on camera, but that sounds so freaking beautiful. I don't know what he's working on down there, but it really sounds beautiful. Oh man. Oh, for some of you, I'm actually also hearing maybe you are already in a career that allows you to be compassionate, allows you to learn from your mistakes, or you're just that type of person, and you're already in that environment where you're, you know, you're being compassionate, and you're also able to, you know, put that into good use, put that into work, alongside with, you know, just that ability to collaborate with other people. That's going to be for some of you. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So again, there's a lot of pentacle energy. This is a lot of earth sign energy. You don't have to be an earth sign for this to resonate with you, or to apply to you. Rather, look, big deck energy is the Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Discs. I'm sorry, I've been saying it wrong. This deck is discs rather than pentacles. But yeah, so with that Eight of Pentacles, I do see that you are passionate about working in general. Yeah, you can see there's also, so the on the bottom of this card, can you see it? Let me. There we go. So it says prudence. And you can see like there's this man here, and they're working very hard on something. They're very focused. So I do get that, you know, things that you were passionate about, it's you don't mind working. You don't mind getting your hands dirty. You don't mind allowing yourself to be kind of consumed in that element of work. And then again, with your big deck energy now being the Ace of Pentacles, that's two aces that we got for you. And aces are all about new beginnings. And the Ace of Discs would be new prosperous beginnings for you here. So I feel that whatever direction that is you're going in, I mean, you're just you're passionate about creating just newness. Yeah. Sorry, I'm also feeling like I'm struggling to talk, so I think maybe for some of you, maybe there's not much in terms of communication that happens here, or maybe there's just so much communication that like by the end of it, you're like exasperated and you're like, I don't even feel like talking to anybody because I've been talking all day type of thing. Like I really feel like that's where my energy is at right now. Let's get another card just to kind of finish off about where your passions lie. So we have, this is the Five of Cups. Okay, So with the Five of Cups, and this one is disappointment. So I see that maybe you do have, I'm getting like a big bleeding heart vibe from you, you know, about being passionate about maybe turning disappointment around. I mean, we also we have disappointment, we have failure. So maybe there's some elements here of like you really just wanting to help people, something to that effect. Big deck energy now is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And this is a really interesting one. I actually haven't really had a good chance, had a chance to take a good look. Jeez, I'm like stumbling all over. My words were not like this for group one. I'll tell you that right now. So with the Wheel of Fortune, maybe there's something here about you creating wealth or whatever, you're passionate about, you know, creating that wealth for yourself or creating good opportunities for yourself. It's always like, you know, now is the right time. That's the energy that I'm getting off of you here. Is there anything else that I missed? Ooh, okay. We didn't get there yet, but I guess little mini story time. Oof, okay. There's some side messages that are coming out really intensely here. We have the Nine of Swords. This one is cruelty in this deck. We also had the Knight of Wands come out. And your big deck energy now is the Three of Swords. So group number two, I'm getting this like kind of, I say side quest. I mean, if you're not a gamer, it's like, let's say you're, you know, you're doing something and you have like a main goal, and then like a side quest that pops up is like, you know, doing a little mediocre task, and then you get back to your task at hand. So that's what I call like little side stories here. With that Nine of Swords, I'm really getting a vibe here of like maybe you're very afraid to kind of move away from the stability that you've created here for yourself, because we did have all that pentacle energy as well as the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe you've put yourself in a position, or you've set yourself up to be on a path to really create wealth for yourself, but I think that you're having anxiety about, you know, this path moving forward. We also have the Knight of Wands, and this one is being represented by Rockstar. So I could see this as like maybe you're, you know, you've got a 9 to 5 and you're doing your thing and you're very much in, you know, like corporate America, and there's just like this part of you that's kind of like wanting to be like that rock star, wanting to be able to be creative and be artistic, or something of that nature. But with the Three of Swords, I do see that there's something here holding you back. And this one specifically is sorrow. The Three of Swords talks about like heartbreak. So maybe you were... that's really intense. Okay, we're gonna go with it. Maybe you grew up wanting to do one thing, and that was like, I want to do this when I grow up. Or, you know, maybe you told a parent or a caregiver or someone important in your life that you really wanted to do this artistic thing as your profession growing up. And I feel that you were maybe put down, or you were maybe, you know, told that you needed to have like a fallback, or that your goals were unrealistic and that you needed to get like a real job, so to speak. So maybe even that disappointment here is, it could be representing that, you know, like you're truly passionate somewhere else, but in your current state, you are just feeling a sense of disappointment. All right. Yeah. Oof. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry if anyone ever told you that your dreams were silly or stupid, or you were stupid for thinking that you would be capable of, you know, doing these things for yourself or making a life for yourself, doing what you truly wanted to in your heart. I want to apologize on just, I would say on behalf of those people, but you know what, honestly, fuck them if they treated you that way. I mean, you know, maybe you are making a good name for yourself now. Maybe you are in a good place where you've created this wealth for yourself and you have this this influx of abundance that's coming your way. You know, everything happens for a reason, but, you know, for someone to make you feel bad about your true heart's desire, that's just, it's really messed up. And so I want to say I feel terribly about that, but, you know, we're going to get some hopefully good messages here about how we can move forward from that. So let's see, what would be the best thing for you moving forward to maybe combine your current lifestyle with your desired lifestyle. Yeah. We have the Chariot. This is forward movement. I mean, go forward. Big deck energy is the Lovers. Okay, and underneath that we had the Emperor. I'm gonna take it. Look, okay, and we also have the Two of Cups and the Fool. This was not the reading I was expecting. We also have the Hierophant. Okay, listen, I don't know who your guides are, but there's a message coming through very strongly for you right now. Big deck energy is the Five of Wands. This is strife in this deck. I do see that you're conflicted. I see that you're actually really conflicted about, you know, what to do, how to move forward. Let's go ahead here, story time. So with that Chariot, I see you moving forward. I see you just kind of going and doing and being and getting things done. I don't see you waiting much. I see you just going and charging forward and taking action. Like, you can even see, like, there's this person, like, kind of just standing on a car, and it almost feels like this person is, like, just moving their car with their sheer willpower. Like, I don't know. It sounds crazy, but just go with me for a second. With the Lovers card coming out after that, I do feel that there are maybe two things here that you have been struggling with. The Lovers can signify a relationship, but in terms of this reading, I'm really picking it up as, like, choices or duality. Or maybe just, you know, like, wanting that marriage of, you know, these two things that you've wanted to do. If you have an idea, I would say, you know, kind of just let's go for it. We also have the Emperor card, and now I promise you I shuffled these, like, I shuffled the crap out of them when I first got this deck. So even the fact that we have, like, the Chariot and then the Lovers and then the Hierophant, like, this is going 7, 6. No, that's a 4. It's 7, then 6, and then we're going to 4, and then 5, right? That was underneath it. No, it's somewhere around here. Let me just not get ahead of myself. Okay. Whew. I don't know if I'm, like, channeling your excitement for moving forward, but what the Emperor tells me is that you're going to need to be assertive in whatever this is. I have a feeling that you're already contemplating something here, or you're already maybe waiting on an idea here. I should be doing this the other way. Let me see. There we go. I see that there's just something here about you taking action. You know, the Emperor asserts himself and he goes after the things that he wants. And I'm saying he, but you guys know my readings are always non-gendered. So this is just, we're describing a masculine energy here. So with that masculine energy, you know, the Emperor would be a person that goes after the things that they want. They're very assertive. They're very in control. The Emperor is also represented by Aries energy, and Aries are known for being, like, kind of hot-headed, but they're also known as just kind of, like, they don't hold back. So I see that whatever this is here, I feel that you shouldn't be holding back. The next card was the Two of Cups, and I feel that, so for some of you, kind of jumping back off on that Lovers card, maybe there's a relationship here, a partnership or a friendship, or it could even be a lover itself or a romantic interest, but there's another person here that's coming along the way that is really going to help push you forward into wherever this direction is. I'll move this over a little bit. Then we had the Fool. So this is literally like, take the jump, take the leap, do the thing, go for it. Like, don't hold back. I feel that you're being divinely guided here, especially because we have, and then, you know, finishing off with a Hierophant. So that's what, 3, 4, 5 major arcana out of the 6 cards that came out. Oh my God, I almost held this over the fire and burned it. Woo! And this is the Hierophant card. So, in this deck, you know, you can kind of see that there's, like, a person. It looks like it's a priest, yeah. I don't see you taking the route of priesthood, but we do have, like, I think it's interesting that these are both, like, masculine energies that look like, hold on, let me show you. They look like they're very much, you know, in control. They're both at these, let me see that guy, there we go. They're both kind of standing at these podiums and speaking to the masses. So maybe there's something here about, like, you know, public speaking, maybe teaching, Also, I mean, I'm just, like, the fact that the Hierophant card was being held so close to the fire, like, maybe you're just kind of, like, you know, burn down the patriarchy. Fuck the paradigm. Sorry, y'all. You know me, I don't really hold back when it comes to these readings. So excuse my language. But I see you kind of like, establishing something here. And really asserting yourself. Remember, we did have that 5 of Wands coming up as that your big deck energy, and I feel again that there's just a sense here of being conflicted, but I don't really think that there's a need for you to be conflicted. I also feel like I'm talking in circles and I'm talking all over the place. Like, am I making sense? I think I'm making sense. Yeah, I think I'm making sense. Oh my goodness. Group 2, your energy literally has me so flustered. Um yeah, you're being divinely guided into whatever this is. I mean, there's a lot of major arcana here. I can't knock that, I can't knock that, and I can't pretend that it's not there. It's literally right in our faces. So I do see you again, like, asserting yourself over the situation, taking that leap of faith forward, and just kind of like, I took it and I ran with it. What's that, Doja Cat? I took it and I ran with it. Or did she say I ran for it? I don't know. Anyway, running for office, I don't know, maybe for some of you guys, you are in, like, in that position of, being closely tied to, maybe politicians and things like that. So maybe for some of you, maybe for some of you, there's, like, an issue here of, like, social status. So, maybe you come from, people who have this social status. My Amazonite is out of reach, so I'm just gonna grab the selenite for, let's move the incense over. I feel like I'm getting so far ahead of myself. Okay. So maybe for some of you, the issue is that you come from just, status. Maybe you have a family that, worked really hard to climb the social ladder, and, they're in a position of power, and anything that you do could be seen as a direct reflection of, your lineage. And maybe the pressure that you have to perform in these areas comes from that, like, okay, well, I can't be, let's just use what we have in the cards. I can't be a rock star. I have to, do this because my dad is this, or, my parents are this. And if I were a rock star, I could ruin the family name or something like that. Yeah, it feels like there's, yeah, especially with that, like, I literally feel like I have a lump in my throat, almost like you're just afraid to speak up for yourself. You're afraid to actually, like, explore these things. Maybe there's just been, like, an underlying feeling of, like, I want to do something more, and you don't really have a clear idea of what you want to do. You just know that you're not really finding fulfillment in where you are right now. Yeah. So let's go ahead and we're gonna pull a couple more cards. I know we, like, kind of went off, like, on that tangent there. Oh my goodness. Baby, your guides are screaming today. All right. So, I mean, the next two things where we were gonna look at, like, how to make it happen and where you can find assistance. So, wow. Okay. The first card that we have here, this is the High Priestess coming out. So what the High Priestess tells me is that maybe there's somebody that you feel is just like they know these things. I mean, like, this also, like, this bitch look relaxed as fuck in the bath. Ooh, she's sexy. So with the High Priestess, this talks about intuition. This talks about, like, inner knowing as well. So maybe it's not someone else, but maybe it's just your own deep inner knowing. Maybe you need to be exploring and honing in on your intuitive skills to be able to, get that assistance that you need. We also have the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups, this one is represented, it says in the bottom here, hold on, I think I have to, like, focus. Here we go. Happiness. I always associate the 9 of Cups with wish fulfillment. So I do see, like, maybe doing things that make you happy. Maybe doing, like, if you had, like, something that you wanted to do, and it's like, oh yeah, my wildest dreams are gonna come true if I take this trip to Maui and, you know, just have some time to myself. I mean, there's also a lot of red solo cups on this. So maybe even just kind of like having fun, cutting loose, partying a little bit. You know, and just maybe, again, like that loosening up energy. Like, I do feel like, you know, you've come from a very maybe strict upbringing. Maybe you're a preacher's kid or a pastor's kid, and you have like this expectation that you feel that you have to live up to. I relate, especially in my younger years. You know, I was a PK, and people always looked at me in a certain way. And I had one instance where we were at like a summer camp, and y'all know my mouth is foul. And when I tell you, they took my parents to the side and they were like, listen, that girl, and we don't know what's going on with her, but she's been cussing up a storm. And they were like, oh, that's our daughter. So sometimes you just have to go against the grain, because I mean, look at where I'm at now. And I feel like if I personally would have censored myself, I would not be where I am today. What I do today goes against just about everything that I was brought up and taught to believe in. So if you feel that this is what this is for you, I mean, I'm not telling you, you know, pack up your day job and go somewhere else completely, but at least give yourself that time and give yourself that grace to be able to move forward, because we have the 10 of Wands coming out. And what the 10 of Wands tells me is that, do you have a lot of things on your shoulders? You have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder. And in order to find assistance here, I think that you need to be letting go of some of these responsibilities. Remember in the beginning with that 3 of Pentacles that we pulled, there was that delegating things. So maybe you do actually need to be delegating things. Wow, this sounds almost exactly like the trial reading I did for this. Oh my God. I don't know if... All right. Hey, if you're watching this and you were the trial reading, I guess the confirmation station, right? I think it's also a lot of the same cards too, and that's crazy because this is not the same deck I used. Anyway, I digress. So with that oppression card, there's, you know, this need for you to kind of let go. You're carrying too many things. You're worrying about too many things. And on the bottom of that, the last card that came out was the Devil card. So I do see that maybe this lifestyle that you've created for yourself has led to some unhealthy attachments. So maybe you're actually a workaholic, because we did have all that pentacle energy that came through very strongly, that serious heavy work energy. So maybe you've literally put yourself into this unhealthy relationship with work, or maybe you have unhealthy coping mechanisms just to be able to pick yourself up and move forward in this, you know, life that you feel that you have to live. Your big deck energy now is the Queen of Swords, and this is the Painter. So again, if you don't feel that the Painter is, you know, like if you're like, I can't paint for shit, you know, maybe it's not about monetizing just yet. Maybe it's just about doing things until you figure out what is it that really is going to incite those passions for you. And I know that this is passion project, but I feel that, again, I mean, this is a general reading, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to that I'm catering to as many people as possible. You know, but I think that this is really telling you to just start exploring, start doing artistic things, you know, move forward in that way. And I think that you're going to find something here. Look, I split the deck to shuffle, and we have the 10 of Cups here. So there's that, my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I don't know how to pronounce this word. I know the origin word, satiate, right? But I don't know how to pronounce this word. If you can see it, just read it. So there's that 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment. There's also a lot of like themes here. Like, look at this. There's clearly at a pride parade. Home. So, you know, maybe this is something where you've created something here and you've been in the public eye, or, you know, somewhat in I don't want to say public eye as like, you know, the whole entire world is watching you, but maybe you've just been under a microscope because of your upbringing, and you feel that you can't be fully true to yourself, and you can't have that emotional fulfillment. But with that Queen of Swords, you know, I mean, overall, the Queen of Swords, I mean, I know this card says Painter on it, but going back to the standard tarot meaning of the Queen of Swords, she's very, you know, she's intelligent. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to get what she wants. And She's a cold and calculated ass bitch. For a lack of a better explanation. So maybe there's an element here of like, you know, you needing to kind of break away from that emotional attachment to the authority figures in your life that told you that you can't do things that are creative or artistic and find fulfillment in that way. I'm sorry, I don't know why I got so angry for you. Like, tell your daddy I said damn. That's messed up. Because what the heck? Oh my goodness. You beautiful, beautiful soul. Oh, look, there's the Ace of Wands again. It literally just flipped the fuck over. So yeah, there's that new energy coming in for you. That new opportunity. That's like... So we had two aces pop out, but we had that, you know, the Ace of Wands pop itself twice. And that's the new creative and passionate beginnings. So please, if I can give you any... subjective advice based on what I'm reading here, take the time out for yourself to do creative things. You don't have to be good at them. You can just start. Just do something with your hands. Do something that's going to make you feel good, or something that you just want to try. Like, you know, I don't know, I think I would be good at, you know, sewing clothes. Try it. And what's the worst that'll happen? You completely suck at it and you find something else to do, right? But get into doing something that's creative. Get into anything artistic that you can get your hands on. Start painting. It doesn't matter if you suck at it or if you think you suck at it. Remember also, art is subjective. Just get your hands dirty and a fun way. It looks like you've gotten your hands dirty to get to where you are financially or, you know, socially, but I really feel that you should be getting your hands dirty now in a way of having fun for yourself, because I feel that if you continue on into this, then maybe you will just feel like a failure and maybe it will only lead to more disappointment. But on the opportunities, you have the opportunity for literally all of your wildest dreams to come true with that Nine of Cups, okay? There's that music again. I really don't know if that's going to pick up on here. I'll watch it on the playback. But if you don't hear anything, please don't think I'm crazy. My dad is literally jamming his ass off downstairs right now. And, like, I feel the floor shaking a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you. I mean, I feel like I already gave you my subjective advice, but let's get some objective advice just from the cards. We have strength. Oh my goodness, there it is. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune again. 2 major arcana in your advice. Listen, baby, what are you doing? Get up off of your ass and just start doing stuff. Just start doing stuff. Be strong. Be confident in who you are and your ability to make yourself happy. I feel like this is supposed to look like an arrow, but we don't put so many fucking cards now. Your big deck energy is the 4 of Pentacles. And this one is being represented by power. But the 4 of Pentacles is also about control. So listen, don't let anybody control your life. Don't. You live your life, right? Because at the end of the day, if you fuck up, you got to deal with the consequences, right? They don't have to worry about it. And maybe if they do have to worry about it, it's still not as direct as what you have to deal with because they were essentially your decisions, right? So we're going to go ahead and get some Moonology cards and see if we can find out when some, when information or when things are going to kind of come in for you or, oh. And of course, my water is all the way across the room. We'll see if we can get... the Moonology is really just about timing. So just timing on anything coming in. Maybe developments, maybe things that'll, you know, important turning points in your life here. So I'm only going to pull 2 of these. I can't see the timer, so I don't even know how much time we have. I think I might be over, though, a little bit. Okay, so we have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. I don't know when the new moon in Virgo is. But you're definitely, you know, more than welcome to go ahead and look that up. The new moon in Virgo may be a time where things are going to come to light. Also, where it says a time to give rather than take. I strongly feel that it's not about giving to other people. This is a time to give to yourself rather than take from yourself and give to other people. That's how this message is coming out. You know, this is my interpretation of that, because I honestly feel like you've given up so much of your life to these authority figures or these people in your life, that I feel that this is you kind of coming around and starting something for yourself for once. We also have you are good enough. Oh my, I could cry for you. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a Pisces moon, and you are good enough. I'm going to say it again. You are good enough. You are good enough. Oh my goodness. And this is 2 cards about Virgo. We're also going to look at, okay, big deck energy. So nothing is set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. And this is the mutable moon. So we have 2 cards here. We have literally the new moon in Virgo and the full moon in Virgo. So maybe Virgo season is when things are going to really pick up for you. Virgo season is right after Leo. So I want to say August 22nd to September 21st. Somewhere around there. So maybe Virgo season is going to be specific for you. There's going to be something that's going to happen around that time for you. With the new moon in Virgo or the full moon in Virgo, I don't know the exact dates that we have those moons, but you can definitely look that up. And then with your big deck energy coming up as mutable moon, I do feel that maybe in the mutable signs, things will happen. So mutable signs are Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, and why can't I remember what's mutable earth? Is it Virgo? Hold on. I think it is. Yes, Virgo. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So Pisces season is going to actually be the first one that'll come up, because we're still in Capricorn season, and then we'll be in Aquarius season. So maybe within the mutable signs, but definitely Virgo. I would say like Virgo season, let's go. That's it. Something big's gonna happen for you in Virgo season. So that again would be between the end of August to or mid-August to mid-September. Something big's gonna happen here for you. We're also gonna get a couple more cards from the Creator Oracle. I want to channel some of your guides. Let's see whoever comes through. There actually feels like there's a couple people trying to take the mic right now, if you know what I mean. One at a time, please, because that was a lot that we went through. Let me see. Can I see the time here? Oh yeah, we're way over time. Yikes. It's okay though. All right, so we have magic happens when you most expect it, and this is the number 44. 4s are all about setting those strong foundations. It's celebration too. So again, there's that energy of like maybe go out and party, and magic happens when you most expect it. So start creating those magical moments for yourself. If you need to, stop and find magic in your day-to-day life, you know, whether it's the color of the sky or the arrangement of the clouds, or a moment where you're thinking something and the wind blows and it just kind of kisses you on the cheek. The colors that you see around you. Oh God, let me stop before I was literally gonna start doing the whole Pocahontas, can you paint with all the colors of the wind? We also have Creator Earth, and look, Virgo is an earth sign, so I do, again, get your hands in there, get your hands dirty in the right ways, maybe growing things, maybe planting, do something, really connect with earth energy. We also have raw intention, so I don't want to over explain this card too much. This one is also the number 22, so like we have 44, which reduces to 22. Whew. Okay. That raw intention, I mean, honestly, you are what you intend to be, right? So set forth those intentions. Your big deck energy is collaboration of souls, and I really love that for you. This is the number 6. Is Virgo the 6th house? Yeah, okay. So Virgo is actually the sixth house. So I mean, there's that Virgo energy coming out super strong for you. Collaboration of souls. Remember, we did have that collaboration that came out with the Three of Pentacles, that teamwork energy. So listen, let people help you to shoulder your responsibilities so that you can move forward and just do the damn thing, okay? That is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna close you out how I close out everyone. I love you. I love you guys, seriously. Um, but you don't need me to tell you, right? But I'm gonna tell you anyway. You are loved. You are loved. And you are so worthy of the highest love, okay? So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, sun rays and moonbeams. For those of you who picked group number 3 with the Muse Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So I think these cards are still mixed up, but I'm actually not going to be taking reversals for this reading. We're also going to take a look at quite a few things, so just sit tight. And remember, these are still general readings, so if it doesn't resonate, don't force anything to fit. If it don't apply, let it fly. Take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. Leave it for someone else. You know, all that good stuff. Already I'm getting a sense that your energy is feeling a little bit stuck. My goodness. That's odd. I don't know if that was on camera. I was too busy looking down at the cards. Alright, come on, let's clear things up here. Whew. What is going on with you, group number 3? Did I say group 3? Did I call you group 2? Oh my god. That would be so embarrassing. They'll probably be like, why? Be like, no, I'm not group 2. I'm group 3. I don't know what I said. I'm feeling like my memory is kind of just like all over the place. All right, let's get started. So group number 3. We're going to take a look at, let's see, some things that you're good at. We want to make sure that we're going into this reading feeling really good. We're not going to take those. I feel like that was just my own clumsiness. Yeah, I'm feeling really clumsy right now. I mean, you know, I have like my incense going. I have my candle going. All the decks were shuffled. So I'm not too sure what's going on here with you, but I definitely get that feeling that maybe you're stuck here. We have the Two of Cups, or the Two of Emotions. Let me show you that. It's a weird glare. There we go. So we have the Two of Cups, or Two of Emotions. So I see that you're really good. This could be a couple of things. You're really good when you're working with a partner. I don't see you working very often in groups. It really feels more like a one-on-one energy. The Two of Cups talks about partnerships. It also talks about duality. So maybe you're good at seeing like all sides of a situation. You can see good, you can see evil, you can see light, you can see dark, and just like the dichotomy of those things. Let's get another one. No. Hey. Sorry, my cat decided that it's a good idea to climb up the side of the bed frame. A lot of weird things already happening right off of the bat. Bear with me, please. Okay, we also have the Chariot. So for you guys, group number 3, again, I do see that you're very good at, you know, that dichotomy. Even with that Chariot card, I mean, there's like light horses, there's dark horses. The typical representation of the Chariot card has the 2 sphinxes on either side, I believe. There's a light one and a dark one, or there's usually like a light horse and a dark horse, or just some kind of forward-moving animal. So there's that dichotomy again, that duality that we're seeing here. So I do see you as being maybe very versatile in the things that you do. Maybe you have like a lot of different hobbies. You're kind of like a jack of all trades. And I do see that another thing that you're good at is just that forward movement. You're good at taking action. You're good at moving forward. You're good at powering through things here. Big deck energy is the 5 of Emotions, or the 5 of Cups. So I do see that there is an element here of like maybe loss and sadness. So maybe, yeah, I think you're good at transmuting your sadness into a forward moving energy. Like you kind of propel yourself forward using sadness as like your momentum. Let's look at some things that maybe pique your interest. I have to say, that is a superpower, transmuting your sadness into just sheer raw power. We have the Six of Cups, or the Six of Emotions, coming out for you here. So I do see that you're really longing for a connection here. Maybe you're longing for just, you know, things of your past. Maybe you were in a job that you really liked or you really loved, and now you're working somewhere else and you're just kind of like, you're always thinking about that. The Six of Emotions talks about like a nostalgic feeling. So I get a sense here that things that pique your interest are things that maybe have already happened. For some of you, I'm also hearing with that Six of Emotions that there's just an element here of like longing for something more, longing for something pure. Yeah. There's definitely a longing that's happening here. So I do see that whatever it is that you're feeling drawn to, I mean, it could even maybe be working with children or something to that effect. Yeah, the Six of Cups talks about like a childlike, innocent energy. So maybe something that is piquing your interest is maybe working with children in some way as well. We have the Queen of Materials, or the Queen of Pentacles. I just love this card. Okay. Big deck energy is the Hermit card. So for you guys, group number 3, things that pique your interest, I see that you're looking to maybe walk a new path of like inner guidance. You're looking to find and forge a new path for yourself. With the Queen of Materials, I do see that there's a sense here of like you're curious about stability. So maybe things have not been as stable for you in the past. Maybe things have not been so secure for you. Sorry, now I'm hearing like secure the bag. Like I feel like maybe that's your life. You've always had to work to secure the bag. If you don't know what that means, securing the bag is like just, you know, making sure that you have money and you have those resources. And then with that big deck energy coming up as the Hermit, I do see you having, maybe you're just like spending time alone. I mean, again, we didn't really get much of like a, you know, group personality going on here. Like it really feels like if we were working on a group project, you would be the one that'd be like, you know what, it's fine, I got this. You guys don't have to really do that much. Maybe there's one person in the group that kind of like helps you out more than the rest of the group, but you would prefer to just do the whole entire project because, you know, if you let everybody do little bits and pieces, you're just gonna fail, and you would rather do it by yourself and get a good grade for everyone. So I do see you kind of just standing on your own, you know, and that's what piques your interest, is just whatever you can do where you can accomplish things by yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is also a person who does not necessarily need the counterpart of a king to really rule their area, rule over their space, and rule over their kingdom, whatever they have dominion over. So I do see you very much being, you know, in that state of like, well, is it Batman? Yes, it's Batman. I work alone. And you know what? I love that for you because I'm kind of the same way. So I relate. We're gonna go ahead and look at things that you are passionate about now. We saw things that you're good at and things that pique your interest, but now let's see where your passions truly lie. We have that Five of Emotions coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more before I open up my mouth. All right. Big deck energy is the Lovers card. And we had that Eight of Inspiration, or the Eight of Wands. That's what flew out of the deck. And as you can see, like, this person she might as well be flying through things. All right, so there it is. You're passionate about transmuting all of that crap that you're going through into forward momentum. That's exactly what we were saying before. With the Lovers coming up as your big deck energy, I do see this as being something where your passions maybe do lie in, you know, a sense of, oh, sorry. Yeah, well, you know, with the Two of Cups and the Lovers, maybe your passions lie with your partner. Maybe you have a partner that you work with and you're just very passionate about doing things with them. Maybe you really feel connected to this person. They could be a romantic partner, or it could be a business partner, or a friend that you've engaged in some kind of business with. But overall, I do see you kind of just like, you know what, we're not going to dwell on the sadness. We're not going to, you know, worry about all that stuff. We're just going to, like, you thrive and you're passionate about turning that, you know, sad, stagnant energy into forward momentum. Like, you feel that you can fully thrive in a place where you're able to just, like, you know, you're angry, you're gonna use it to power through doing the fucking dishes or something like that. If you're sad, you're gonna, you know, create a beautiful piece of work, beautiful work of art, beautiful piece, no, wow, a piece of work, wow, no, I don't even know what I'm saying. Woo, a beautiful work of art. You're gonna take that sadness and you're gonna use that into turning something into turning nothing into something. Wow, okay, I'm really stumbling over my words. Let's slow down a sec. There's a lot of information coming through here. I feel like I'm picking up on your, like, energy, and with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, like, that is extreme go-getter energy. This is just like psh, psh, psh. Like, they can't stop you. They can't stop you. That's what I'm gonna leave it at, right? The Lovers can also indicate, like, maybe just, you know, the need for making choices. The Lovers also can talk about the duality of choices. So there is, again, that sense of, you know, light versus dark, good versus evil. You really thrive in those areas, and you're really passionate about, you know, being able to put the things that you know to good use. Yeah, put your knowledge to good use. We're going to move forward, and we're going to look at how we can combine these things for you. But it really looks like you just gotta, you're stuck right now, but it just seems like you're good at moving forward. So let's see why you're stuck. I think that's a story time coming out for you. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Voices. And underneath that, we have, the Ace of Wands. So I see that there's something going on here where it's going to really bring you or propel you into it's going to really propel you forward again. There's a new opportunity here for you to create something. So if you have been stagnant for a while, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that maybe you were on the verge of burning yourself out, and Spirit had to do something to be like, hey, you know what? Slow the F down for a second, because you need to take a break before you shoot forward again. Because that Ace of Inspiration, this is fiery energy, this is, you know, passion, this is creativity, and being fueled by the Queen of Voices. She moves very quickly, she moves very swiftly, she's able to just go ahead and, like, as well, you know, she cuts like a knife because she is the Queen of Swords. So I do see you, you know, maybe there's some communication that's going to be coming in, maybe from an older person, maybe someone who's a more feminine energy. Could be an air sign, so that would be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But I see that there's, you know, some kind of communication that's happening here in this stagnant period that you may be having, that's going to really just push you forward into this Ace of Wands, Ace of Inspiration type of energy. Big deck energy for you is the Four of Cups, or Four of Emotions. There's that bored feeling. I don't think you're actually stagnant. I think you're just bored. I don't think it's anything that serious. I think you're really just bored. So if you've been waiting for something to happen here, I do see this as, all right, something's coming in. Also splitting off of the deck, we have the King of Voices, or the Muse of Voices, or King of Swords. So there's that counterpart energy that's coming through again. So I do see you as, you know, again, like, I'm getting a strong feeling of, like, having a business partner, somebody on your level, somebody with the same goals. Maybe you're more of the feminine energy, maybe they're more of a masculine energy, or vice versa. but I do see that there is, you know, just an element here of like, you know, you love this person that you work with and you love doing the things that you do, and you're kind of just in this lull right now, but it's definitely not permanent. This is very temporary, and it feels like a very short break. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like you've been you're going, and it's like, okay, hold on, wait. Okay, I'm going. You know, like you're pausing to take a deep breath before you get back into like that roadrunner type of energy. So we're gonna go ahead and look at how we can make this happen. All right, we have the Three of Voices or the Three of Swords. I'm just gonna get, all right, I was gonna get just a few more, but more of them came out. Don't mess up the arrow. Okay. So we have that Three of Swords that's coming out. So where you can find assistance, I mean, surprise, you can find assistance from your pain. And I think that, not to say that like something bad's gonna happen and you're gonna go through something very painful and that's gonna be what's gonna fuel you next, but I do see that there's an element of sadness coming in. I don't get a sense that it's very painful, because the next card after that is the Eight of Voices or the Eight of Swords. So I do see this as you know, like a self-made prison. So I think it might just be, you know, like, it might be something minor, and you might maybe have a tendency to like blow it out of proportion a little bit. With the Seven of Cups following you up there, I do see that there maybe is also another element here of just, you know, you have a lot of options moving forward, but you're not quite sure what road to take. We have the Emperor coming out for you right after that, and so that tells me that whatever is going to happen here, you're going to need to be assertive, but I don't see that being an issue for you based off of everything that we saw. Big deck energy is the Six of Voices, so there's that calm, happy, peaceful place, okay? You are going to find your assistance by being calm. Calm down. Woo-sa. If you struggle with anxiety, I would recommend that you reach out to a professional or to somebody who can help you kind of work through those types of feelings, because anxiety is no joke. And you know, the Ace of Swords also does talk about like anxious feelings, and that's where we get that whole like self-made prison from. It's, you know, like the prison that you create in your mind when you have anxiety. And I hope that doesn't come out in like a rude or disrespectful way. I struggle with anxiety all of the time. Like, I am sometimes a nervous wreck. And a lot of what helps me get through is, you know, the help that I did get from professionals, you know, so be it therapists or doctors, or just people that are mental health coaches, from programs and things like that, and from my own research and how I could better deal with my own anxiety. As you can see, it's like, you know, this person feels like they're trapped somewhere and they're looking for the light, but they're blindfolded and there's only so much light that's coming in right now. So I do feel that if you are in this dark place, I don't see this as lasting very long for you. I see you kind of just, you know, shooting over. We have the Ace of Swords or the Ace of Voices in this deck. And then we also have the Four of Voices or the Four of Swords. So listen, there is clarity that's coming through here. You are going to have the answers that you seek. You are going to have that aha moment coming in for you, but you do need that break. The Four of Swords talks about peace and meditation as well. So there's that peace again from that Six of Swords that we had as your big deck energy right before I pulled these cards. You are being called to be put in a peaceful place. I don't see this as stagnancy. I see this as you just simply being bored because you don't know what to do with yourself. But I feel that you're meant to be in this pause for a reason. The Four of Swords in the reverse can also talk about like burnout and things of that nature. And you can even see like, oh, look at this person on the card. They are in this like spa area. There's rose petals. So maybe, you know, doing a little bath ritual or something like that is going to help you kind of like calm your nerves a little bit or calm that desire to move forward. I do also want to briefly mention that when we feel the need to always be busy, a lot of times that stems from past traumas. So maybe there's some inner work that also needs to be done here, so you can get to that root of why do I always feel like I need to be on the go? Why am I always rushing around? Why can't I ever just sit still for a few minutes and be okay with that? Big deck energy is the Four of Pentacles. So that tells me again, there's that element of like, maybe you just feel that you need to be in control of everything. We did get that energy that you're not very much of a team player. Not that you're not willing to be on a team, but you just work better alone. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can still be a team player, but work better alone. But I do see like, you know, maybe there's an element of needing to let go of the control of so many different things. If you're micromanaging things, I do see that maybe like now is the time for you to really detach yourself from, you know, having those expectations. There are only so many things that we can actually control. And the more that we play into this controlling energy, the more it becomes, you know, like something that kind of just takes over us. And the more it actually plays into our own anxieties, because when we have control over so many things, it's like, okay, well, that brings me peace because I can control this and I can control that. But the minute that something happens where we can't control it, that's it. We're thrown off of the balance. Everything goes haywire and we have no idea what to do next because we were in so much control. And now it's like one little tiny thing that we couldn't control happened and the whole world falls apart. So I do see, again, this is really this area that you're in. I mean, it really seems like you're amazing at transmuting energy. But I think that you're supposed to be in this lull right now for a reason, before you get shot forward. We do have splitting off of the deck with a Devil card. So maybe there's some unhealthy attachments. The Devil could also be indicative of like trauma that you've gone through that's unhealed. And it's just like, you know, this big festering wound that you have in your soul that needs to be addressed before you are able to move forward now. So we're also going to look at now how we can... Ooh. We're looking at assistance. Yeah, we're looking at assistance. There goes that King of Voices or King of Swords, Muse of Voices. And we also have the Wheel. This is funny because I think the Wheel of Fortune came out for every single group. It did, right? So it's always a good time to start. I think that in making this happen, when the timing is right, things are going to fall into place. The Wheel of Fortune is all about the right time. It's all about the perfect time almost to do things. So I see that you'll find assistance when the time is right. You know, deal with the lull that you're in right now. Make sure that you're addressing whatever wounds need to be healed first before you get shot forward into whatever this new venture is. With that King of Swords or Muse of Voices, this does represent another masculine energy, masculine air energy. Oh, sorry, all air energies are masculine, but a masculine who is an air sign. So again, that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's coming through really strongly here. So I do feel that maybe that, you know, that is it. It's that, you know, that partnership, you're going to be able to find things within that group that you have. We also have the Lovers coming out again as your big deck energy. So there it is, my love. Whatever it is that's going on here, I mean, I feel like you got somebody. I mean, maybe for some of you, you guys are actually, you know, it's a romantic partner and you guys are like a power couple. Yeah, look at that, the 10 of Cups. Y'all giving me some power couple vibes right now. You know, you and your partner, I feel that you guys are really on your way to creating something here, creating a lot of good stability. So again, take this lull as a blessing in disguise. We'll leave that right here just because I really like how that popped itself out. So we're gonna get some advice for you moving forward. That was quick. So we have, all right, the Six of Materials or the Six of Pentacles, and we also have the Page of Materials or Page of Pentacles. So my love, what I can see here for you, it really looks like your advice is to just keep doing what you're doing. I do feel that this is an important time for you to pour into yourself, and to just remain charitable, remain that sweet person that you are deep down in your core. The Page of Pentacles oftentimes talks about, you know, like starting new things, and maybe like feeling inexperienced. So I would say, you know, if it's something where you feel that you're inexperienced right now, maybe, you know, take this time, take this lull to sit and address, you know, like whatever it is that you feel that you're lacking confidence in. So, but if you're, you know, looking to start up something new and you have an idea, start researching it, you know. You can take little steps at a time, but don't get so wrapped up in it. And don't be afraid of your inexperience. Again, I think that this is a time for you to really be cultivating something. Let's see what your big deck energy is. We have the Five of Swords or the Five of Voices. Okay, so be a little more selfish with your time too. I know I said be a little more giving, be charitable, but really I feel like, you know, in tandem, this really feels like you need to be a little more selfish with your time and energy. You need to be pouring into yourself, maybe doing some shadow work. If you need some shadow work prompts, please feel free to reach out to me. I do offer shadow work prompts free of charge. I don't think that it's right to charge people for journaling prompts and things of that nature, especially because they're so easily accessible. If you feel comfortable even searching them on your own and you don't want to reach out to me, you can absolutely, you know, just type into Google or whatever your preferred search engine is and type in, you know, shadow work prompts or, you know, inner child healing prompts or just journaling prompts in general. There is a lot of inner work that still needs to be done here before you can move forward. So now we're going to look at some timing. I'm going to be using the Moonology, so, you know, we're going to look at the signs that are being represented, and we're also going to be looking at the moon phases to see if we can get an idea of some timings that are going to be relevant for you. Okay, first up we have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. So I actually did get this for group number 2. And I feel like it's also a similar message. I don't feel that you should be giving so much to other people, but you should be giving to yourself rather than letting other people take from you. Also, the new moon in Virgo can be a significant date for you, or Virgo season, or new moons. We just had a new moon, so I believe the next one will be the beginning of February. Yeah, one more. Okay. We have faith in your dreams, and this is a waxing crescent moon. So I believe we are in the waxing stage right now. Yeah. Yeah, waxing is when it's filling. Waning is when it's dissipating, and we just had the new moon, so we should be in waxing. So maybe now, I feel like this is also telling you, like, right now, have faith in your dreams. Have faith that all of this is going to work out for you, and that you're just being thrown this curveball as, like, a temporary setback just to deal with things. We also have a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. So maybe Aries season, that would be mid-March to mid-April. I don't know when the full moon in Aries is going to be this year. But a fiery climax approaches as your big deck energy. So look at, there are a lot of good things coming. The fiery climax is approaching. You need to make sure that you rest up. Imagine you've been like running on E all this time, just doing, and like something's about to happen that's gonna require like a lot of your energy. And you don't want to be exhausted for that, right? So rest up, do what you need to do, take a break, and just chill out a little bit. I know it's easier said than done, but do your best to chill out. I'm going to get a couple more messages from the Sacred Creator Oracle. Yeah, Sacred Creator Oracle. To see if we can get some messages from your guides, your ancestors. Thank you. Okay, a couple more. All right. Light in the unexpected, number 16. I love that for you, okay? There is light in the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. I think there is a card in here that says, expect the unexpected or something of that nature, but light in the unexpected. So I feel like, again, if you feel that you're in this dark stagnant energy or this dark stagnant period, I don't feel that you're going to be here long. I feel that it's going to be something there's going to be something coming to light here. We did have that Ace of Swords that popped up and that epiphany moment, that aha moment that should be coming in for you soon. We also have number 33. We got a nice master number, 33. Threes are all about expansion. So remember, I told you good things are coming here, right? Good things are coming for you. And then Sacred Mirrors. I'm going to have to look at the book for this one. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So with sacred mirrors, this talks all about seeing the divinity in others and learning more about yourself, right? Oneness, understanding your place among the stars. The self-care message for this is it's about it says allowing another's journey to affect your self-worth and not recognizing the lessons that other people can give you. So make sure that you're using this time. Again, we did talk about shadow work or inner work that needs to be done here. What mirrors have been coming up for you? I feel that there are situations here, maybe even this is what that person is, that Two of Cups, that mirrored energy, that we had the Lovers that came up a couple of times. We had the counterpart energy with the King and Queen of Voices. So maybe that's also, what's being mirrored back to you in these present moments. And then the last card that we have here, this is the Edge of Evolution feels messy. And this is the number 40. 40 is the number of trials and tribulations, biblically speaking. So I do get a sense here that, you are in a very messy stage right now. There's just, things are kind of all over the place. Things are doing their own thing, and it's messy. It does feel messy, but I think that this is, again, this really feels like this is happening to you for a reason. I think it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So take that how it resonates. It's happening for you, not to you. Big deck energy is feed your artist, number 28. So I do get a sense also for you guys that you need to be doing things to kind of make sure that you are just keeping that energy fresh in terms of your own creativity, in terms of your own inspiration. We did have quite a few cards come up about a few wand cards come up with the inspiration here. So I do see this again, just really taking the time out for yourself. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, I feel like pulling just, let's split off. We also have Creator Earth. Yeah, so definitely use this time to ground yourself, because I feel like maybe you've been up in the air, moving from one place to another, doing this, doing that. So really taking this time to ground yourself and connect yourself to the earth. In whatever means that you can. If you live in a place where, or if you are even able to stand being outside, for a little bit, really taking that time to just, again, connect with the energy of the earth, connect with that grounding energy. If you live in like a beachy area, stick your toes in the sand, climb a mountain, or, if you live out here on the East Coast, we just had snow. If you need to, just go outside and stick your hand in some snow, like just for a second, just touch it and just connect. I really feel that that's going to do some good for you. Whew. All right. I hope that was able to help you. Thank you so much for sticking around through all of that. I know it was a little bit of a rough start, but I feel like that kind of really directly correlates to, the current situation that you're in. It does feel like this is like a rough start for you, like you're trying to kick something up and get it off of the ground here. So I would say, take it as it resonates, roll with the punches for now, and, don't overcommit yourself to anything in this current energy that you're in. Good things are coming. Opportunities are, going to be knocking. Opportunity be knocking. You gotta let a motherfucker in. Sorry, excuse my language. If you're interested in that song, actually, I think you might be interested in that song. This is, it's Action Bronson. I forget what the exact name of the song is. I think I'm just put it like over here. There's a little black spot. I'll just right here. The full name of the song. I think it might even just be Opportunity is Knocking or something like that. I'm probably totally wrong, but I know it's Action Bronson for sure. So anyway, I'm going to close you out like I close everyone else out, like I always close out. I do want to say that you are loved. You are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. Bye.